Welcome back, traders, and in this video we're going to be going over Shiny Shadow Regigigas Raid Day. Now there's some people doing some yard work out there, so if you hear anything like lawnmowers and stuff or weed whackers, that's what you're hearing. All right, it's that time of year and I love it. All right, so we have quite a few things to go over for this Raid Day. Shadow Raid Day, shiny potentially, and you're going to love it. This is actually a decent one. Now the only unfortunate part is the fact that it's Regigigas, so it's not something that you're really gonna need, right? But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the details here, and you're gonna love it. All right, if you haven't found out or if you don't know yet, you're gonna see. All right, so this is going to be going down Saturday, May 17th at 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. local time, so it's just going to be for a couple of hours. All right, let's go ahead and go over the bonuses. This is going to be for everybody without a paid ticket. Up to 5 free additional raid passes when you do spin the photo disc at a gym. And an increased chance to encounter a shiny Regigigas. So far, so good. Regigigas caught via the Shadow Raids during the event has a chance to have higher defense and attack and HP, just higher IVs in general. So that's pretty awesome. Hold on a second. So Regigigas caught via Shadow. All right. Okay, so it doesn't get specific on this next part here. So it looks like it's going to be higher IVs no matter what you do. And here's the extra part that we've never seen before. Remote raid passes can be used to participate in these raids. So there you go. That's pretty awesome. And if you're thinking only 5, nope. The remote rate limit has been increased to 20 from Friday, May 16th at 5 p.m. until Saturday, May 17th. So you're going to be able to do this for 2 days, spend up to 40 if you want to get those extra rewards or just a shundo in general. Personally, I am going to be doing this more so for the rewards. I need to stack my golden raspberries back up. And as far as doing them remotely, I'll do a couple if you guys invite me, but I'm going to try to actually get out there in person. So there you go. Pretty awesome, right? The first time we've seen it, a Shadow Raid being able to use remote raid passes on that. So that's pretty cool. Now this is going to be for $5 or equivalent in your area. 8 additional raid passes from spinning a photo disc. So you're going to be able to get up to 14 at this point if you do pay for this. An increased chance to get an XL rare candy from the raid battles, 50% more XP from the raid battles, and times 2 Stardust from the raid battles as well. I always say if you're going to be out here grinding these out, these $5 tickets are a no-brainer for sure. Definitely worth your investment there, all right? A town research will be available, awarding 10,000 Stardust, 1,000 additional Stardust for completing the raids, for a total of 2,000 Stardust or 3,000 Stardust with the event ticket, and more. So really kind of handing out that Stardust there if you do complete all those. And of course the shiny Shadow Regigigas with an increased chance to, well, not an increase, with higher IV stats, so you're not going to have to worry about getting some complete garbage IVs, because that's how the Shadow ones usually come, but they're going to be increasing it for you on this event. Pretty awesome. Now with that said, let's go ahead and just talk about the counters here really quick. So number 1 is going to be Mega Lucario. Number 2 is going to be Terrakion. Number 3 is going to be Mega Heracross. Then Shadow Conkeldurr. I have one of those maxed out. Definitely worth your investment. Then number 5 is going to be Keldeo. And then you have Mega Rayquaza on the list as well, because the thing is just outputting tons of damage. And of course, you're going to need Dragon Ascent if you're going to actually want to take advantage of those high numbers there. Then you have regular Lucario. Mega Blaziken. How does that... I guess Aura Spheres, that's stinking strong. Okay. And then moving on, number 9 is going to be Shadow Machamp. Then you have Shadow Hariyama with Force Palm, Dynamic Punch. I'm not going to say the names on all of them because it's usually kind of obvious. Mega Alakazam with Counter and Focus Blast. Yes, Mega Alakazam. Let's go. Shadow Annihilate. Okay. Counter on that one there. Well, I mean, of course, counter, but close combat is what I meant to say. Mega Glade at 13. Now, this is one that I'm probably going to want to raise the IVs on, or just maybe wait for them to release another one, and that is going to be Marshadow. So that's coming in at 14 with counter and close combat. Definitely a fun one to have to, you know, max out one day. So maybe I can fix those, but mine were horrible, such horrible IVs, and I don't know if we're going to have a limit between, say, when it comes to being able to increase the IVs with bottle caps and such, if regular Pokemon are going to be able to be increased more so than legendary and then even mythical Pokemon. So they'll be like, I'm just throwing out a random number. This has not been put out there by data miners or nothing. I'm just taking a guess. So say like regular Pokemon, you can increase the IVs with say up to like 10 times or 10 points on however you want spread upon all the sliders. But when it comes to legendaries, maybe only 5. I'm just putting that out there. There's been no data to show that's actually true. Just giving you a random food for thought. All right, so we do not have those yet. That's not here. Number 16, regular Conkeldurr, Necrozma Dawnwings with Sunsteel Strike and Psycho Cut. Because Shadow Claw's not very effective, remember that. Psycho Cut's farming up fast too. Shadow Claw's really good in raids now though. Alright, so Ursafu's still not in the game, so the different 2 types there. Number 19, technically that would be number like 17. So we have Cobalion, then we have Shadow Toxicroak. I was this close to powering up my Shadow Toxicroak. I actually have a decent IV1. Defense is a little bit low, but I don't really need to invest in that, so we'll hold off because that's like about 500,000 Stardust for having a little fun for nothing for a couple of times. Shadow Salamence, or Mega Salamence with Fly for Rizion. Now we have Shadow Salamence, Hisuian Decidueye with Psycho Cut and Aura Sphere, and that's gonna be it. There's a couple more, but you know, just throw in your fighting types. It's weak to fighting, right? Regular Annihilate should be perfectly good too, because if it does have a normal type move, it's not very effective because, well, you're ghost type, right? The Pokemon I'm going to be using are going to be Mega Lucario, Shadow Conkeldurr, Shadow Machamp, Shundo Conkeldurr, Annihilate, and then another Shadow Machamp. I'm just going with that. It's no big deal. I'm pretty sure I'm going to find a group, and this is going to be plenty of firepower. So there you have that. Another kind of a tip, I'm sure most of you already know this, but you may want to put your Megas in the second or third slot, maybe even, because everybody's going in there with their Megas at the same time. And say you put something else in the front, it passes out, their Mega's already out too. Then your Mega's coming in, and you're going to be able to give them the boost, as opposed to everybody's Mega kind of fainting out at the same time, and that boost kind of just fades away. See what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure all of you already kind of knew this, but I'm just giving you food for thought. Taking a look at my Regi list here, I'll just go ahead and throw that video up for you to see. I have a decent amount here. I do believe I could 98 shiny. Yeah, look at that. 98 shiny Regirock. Another 98, but it's not Shadow. Decent Regirock shinies going on here. Right. Got a Shadow of each one. I don't need any more. There's really no point to have any more. And then I do have... let's see here, a decent Regigigas. There we go, 14, 14, 15. And then I do have the shiny here. I mean, if I get like a Shundo or something, or 100, I might power it up. But I still don't even have the candies, and I don't think I'm going to be working my way up to getting enough candies to power that up. I will power up this Regieleki though one day, because we did see in the data mine that it is going to be getting its signature move sometime in the future, but don't hold your breath for that. I do have one shiny of it as well, not too much of a change. Don't have a Regidrago shiny, or a good IV one for that matter. All right, there was a decent one there, but yeah, there's that. But there you go, folks. Just wanted to drop that information for you so you're up to date on everything ready to go. And if it wasn't for being able to remote raid these shadows, then I think this event still would have been okay. You know, it's all right. But since you're able to do that, that's amazing. I know there's a lot of you who are going to be happy. You're actually going to be able to do a Shadow Legendary raid for once, right? And it's no discount on the remote prices, but you know, you're paying the price, and that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. I would love for them to drop it, but I'm just bringing you the news. There's nothing I can do about it. So there you go. Pretty awesome stuff. Bringing in a new feature, being able to remote raid Shadow Pokemon. Definitely worth that $5 ticket. Is the Pokemon itself worth it? At the end of the day, it's just all about getting rewards. Those XL candies, golden raspberries, I need some more. I'm like 12 down. I don't know, because I haven't done any raids in a while, like just hardcore. But as far as Regigigas itself, it's not that great. I'm not going to lie to you. Sure, it's doing quite a bit of damage simply because of the combat power this son of a gun does have, and it may appear on the list as a decent counter sometimes, but that's very rarely, and most of the time you're going to be needing the hidden power correct quick move. So maybe you can save a bunch, but at the end of the day, technically, no, Regigigas not really worth powering up. If you can drop it in a gem, that'd be perfection, but you can't, and it's really not good for nothing too much. But there you have it, and there you go. If you did enjoy this video, if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.